Hi, my name is Melissa Bowman, and today I am going to show you how to do decoupage. Decoupage is a craft that you use paper pictures and adhere them to an object to make it look better or improve its appearance. Today I'm going to demonstrate that, and we are going to turn this jar here into this jar here with a picture on it. So first we're going to talk about the supplies that we need. You're going to need, of course, a jar. I got this at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. Great deal. You're also going to need a napkin, and this is where you get your picture from. So you're going to want to find a napkin that you like the picture on. I'm going to use this bee pattern. I enjoy it. I love bees. So that's what I'm going to use, but it's creativity. So you can use whatever you would prefer to use. Next, you're going to need some paint to paint the jar with. I like to use this chalked paint because I like the texture, but it's your preference. You're going to want the paint to match the color background of the napkin picture that you're using so it blends in. You're going to need Mod Podge. This is the cover sealant that goes over it to hold it in. You can actually get small containers of this Mod Podge also at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. I have a large one because I do this often. So whatever your preference. You're also going to need small cups. I like to use the small cups to pour the paint and the Mod Podge in to make it less messy while I'm doing the art. You're going to need some gloves. You're going to need some paintbrushes. I use the sponge dabber paintbrush to paint the jar, and then I use the regular paintbrush to apply the Mod Podge to the picture. And you're going to need some scissors, and that's the supplies you'll need. So let's go to the first step of this activity. The first thing you're going to do is you are going to use the paint dabber and you're going to apply paint to the jar and cover the whole jar with the paint. I like to do it this way, where I cover this up and I just dab the jar. It creates that chalky texture, which helps to blend the picture back into the jar. And you're going to cover the entire jar with the paint. You can do one coat, you can do two coats. The look is your preference, however you like. I usually just do one coat on mine because that's the way I like it to look. So you're going to put that aside you're going to cover the whole jar. Once that whole jar is covered, you're going to put it aside to dry. You want it to be completely dry before you try to apply the picture to the jar. Next, you're going to prepare your napkin. So you're going to take your napkin and unfold it. Now, most napkins are more than one ply. So what you want to do is you want to peel it apart and you want just the top ply with the picture on it. It's going to be thin, so you want to be gentle when you're peeling it apart, and you're going to peel it slowly like this and get that top picture, that top layer off of the napkin. And then you can put that aside. You don't need that. So next, you're going to cut out the picture. You're going to want to cut whatever you want to use in the picture. I'm going to cut this square out and then a circle around the picture because that's what I want it to look like. But depending on the picture on your napkin, you're going to cut it to your preference. So I have that already done right here. And this is my final picture cut out. So after your jar is completely dry, which I have one right here that is already dry, you're going to take the Mod Podge, which I poured into this cup here, and you're going to use the regular paintbrush and you want to decide where you want to put this picture onto the jar. You just place it where you feel it's going to be best, what angle you want it at. And then what you do here is you're going to underneath, I usually do one half at a time to make it so it doesn't bunch up and bubble. You're going to take half here and you're just gonna take a little bit. You just want a little bit. It dries clear, so if you have too much, it's okay, but you don't need a lot of this Mod Podge, and you're gonna spread it underneath where you're gonna apply your picture. You can spread it larger than the spot it's in because it dries clear. So you can do that. You're just gonna spread it around like this with the brush. Keep adhering. It'll adhere the picture to it. And spread that out a little bit more. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take that half of the picture, and you're going to start right in the middle. Hopefully you can all see this, and spread it to the side with your fingers. You're going to flatten it out as much as you can. Flatten it out, flatten it out. And then you're just going to take that brush with just a little bit of this Mod Podge on it, not a lot. You don't need a ton, and just seal down the edges. Seal the edges down just like that. And then you're going to repeat that step with the other side. You're going to pull this up. You're going to put the Mod Podge underneath. Spread it as much as you can. Spread it out so it covers the whole area where the napkin picture is going to be. And then you're going to flatten out the other side here and just push it down. Push it down. Push it to the edges. And make it as flat as you would like it. And then you're just gonna take that brush with a little bit of this Mod Podge, and again, you're gonna seal the edges in. That way it's covered and it's flat. You can use your brush to kind of flatten that picture down a little bit. And voila, the picture is now adhered and sealed onto the jar. And you let that dry. It takes, I would say, an hour or two. Just set it and let it dry. And the finished product is here. And you have now a decorated jar. You can use it as a vase or decoration or whatever you would like. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this, and thank you. I hope you learned how to turn something plain into something beautiful. Thank you so much.
How are you?